when we're going to finish today so I can start couching how much time I have.
As usual, 5:30.
5:30, okay. One last procedural matter, Judge. Nothing with regards to this type of question. Would the court allow the defense team to bring in a printer into the courtroom if we need to print out specific materials during the course of for the remainder of the case, as well as the defense's case in chief?
For what purpose? What type of materials?
The stuff that's in discovery, we've memorialized pretty much the entire case on a zip drive on a desk on one of the laptops. So if there's something that we want to be able to get, I remember when the decedent's mother was on the stand, there was an email that I wasn't able to pull. But if we have a printer in here, we can print it out, and I'd be able to use it in an expeditious fashion.
My concern is that a printer would be too distracting to the jury. So you can have it outside and have a member of your team go run and get it, but in the courtroom, I believe having a printer could be too distracting. And also, if something happens to that printer and for some reason it doesn't work, we know we don't have Wi-Fi here, and it doesn't work well, I'm not delaying the case if you don't have the materials in court. This is a trial, you need to be prepared.
Well, Judge, thank you, Judge. I appreciate that. Would the court allow us to bring in a printer just to err on the side of caution, and if we need to use it, we'll use it during breaks, not during the case?
State, would you like to be heard on that?
Well, if it's not running during testimony, Judge, I agree.
Absolutely, it would not be, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. And if the government needs to use it as well, we'll afford that courtesy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State defense, ready for the jury, please?
Yes.
Please rise. You may be seated.
For the record, the state's defense, Mr. Medina, all of our juries are accounted for. I hope you all enjoyed your break. Detective, you are still under oath. Defense, if you would like to continue.
Judge, may I have one of our team come and manipulate the video so
Yes.
we can have it played? Come on over. Okay, detective, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to... Can everybody see? All right, detective. So...
The detective needs to step down.
Yes, Judge. Come on down, detective. Okay, so we're looking at what's been introduced in the evidence as his formal statement, correct, detective? That's correct. Okay. And you'll agree with me that that statement started around 6:55 on August 8th, correct?
Correct. The video is 6:52.
Okay.
Statement, the formal statement itself for the stenographer was 6:55.
Okay. Well, Taylor, go ahead and push play. Positive. And what we're waiting for now, detective, is yourself, Detective Hassett, and someone that's going to be memorializing this on a stenograph machine, correct?
That's
Okay, go ahead, Taylor. Push play. There you are, detective. Pause it. You agree with me that on his own, Mr. Medina now starts talking about the deceit and losing custody of her daughter, correct?
correct.
Was this in relation to any previous question you had asked? So he just starts on his own discussing random facts. Is that right?
You may say
Correct. Because some of the statements he made to you may not be factual, correct? Okay, go ahead and Taylor, push play.
Always now. She was getting daddy with her. She was in a drug house, cracking house.
Pause
She
it.
was
Okay. When he's talking about being in a drug house or a crackhead house, who is he referring to?
I believe he was referring to the victims.
And once again, your testimony is this is a random statement that he made, not in relation to any questioning by yourself or Detective Hassett, correct?
That's correct.
And it's also your statement that there was no previous discussions with regards to this lifestyle of hers, living in a crack house or whatever his testimony is prior, correct?
No, the only prior communication that I recall was the mention of cigarettes at some point during.
Okay. Let's push play.
and she had to her daughter. So we've been working all the way from 2009 not to get her daughter back.
Pause it.
And we got
Okay. So, in less than 30 seconds, Mr. Medina informs you, or tells you, I don't know if it's factual, but he tells you that the decedent in this case, he's claiming had a drug problem, had an issue with custody, correct?
Yes.
And that's in the first, I would say, 30 seconds of the statement. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Taylor, go ahead and play it. Having her to stop smoking, and having her to stop smoking marijuana and all that stuff.
Pause it.
Gotcha.
So, he talks now about specific drugs, correct?
Yes.
Smoking and then smoking marijuana. Did you take that to mean smoking cigarettes in addition to smoking marijuana?
Yes.
Okay. Taylor?
I did catch her smoking a few months ago, a couple months ago. She told me she stopped, so I don't know if she was still on drugs.
Pause it. In that that statement, Detective, is he making an allegation that that he caught her taking drugs?
He caught her smoking, he said.
Well, Taylor, let's rewind that. Let's see if he's talking about smoking or smoking marijuana.
Not sure. I think after smoking a few months ago, a couple months ago, I think she told me she stopped, so I don't know if she was still on drugs, marijuana, or cocaine,
Pause.
or whatever substance.
Okay, so he makes a reference to you that he caught her smoking. Whether it's smoking marijuana or smoking cigarettes, he doesn't clarify that, correct? Did that statement to you make a suggestion that she was hiding narcotics from her husband? Correct?
It was a statement that he didn't know.
Okay, well, he just told you that he caught her doing something. Is it fair to assume that when you catch someone doing something, they're doing it in a mysterious fashion, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and push play, Taylor.
But I know that when we did get divorced, she was taking a lot of ecstasy. She didn't mention that.
Pause it. Okay. They got divorced when, Detective?
I'd have to refer to my report to see if I have the exact date.
Okay.
But there was a divorce at some point in between the marriages.
Correct. They were married. Do you know who filed for divorce? It was my client, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then they got back together shortly thereafter, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he mentions to you ecstasy in this statement, correct?
Yes, he does.
Go ahead, Taylor. Push play. Pause it. Okay, Detective. Take a seat. Thank you, Taylor. How many follow-up questions did you ask with regards to that slew of information he gave you?
None, because we were preparing for his formal statement.
How many questions did you ask him after the formal statement with regards to that abundant amount of information he gave you? None. The answer is none, right? You didn't ask him one question with regards to his situation with, the decedent's situation with her daughter, right? Not one follow-up question, correct?
I'd have to refer, give me a second, let me postpone.
Take your time. Well, turn it off. Turn it off. Judge, with respect, if I can have my assistance, I would destroy the machine. I don't know what. Minimize it. There you go. Perfect. Leave it like just like that. Thank you.
No, I don't think we covered that in this form.
Okay. So, no follow-up questions with regards to the custody issue, correct?
Correct?
Now, you'll agree with me that custody was an issue that came up during your investigation with regards to the decedent and Gabriel Vieira, correct? These are...
The arrangements were made to me during the investigation. Yes.
Okay. And no follow-up questions were asked with regards to Mr. Medina if there was any issues between himself and the decedent, any marital issues with regards to him and the decedent on the child issue, correct?
No.
What about smoking marijuana? Did you ask any follow-up questions as to whether or not he thought she was still smoking marijuana?
No, because he made the statement prior to this formal statement.
Right. But you never asked the question, right? Not once did you ask any follow-up questions with regards to Jennifer Alfonso's drug use, correct?
Correct.
And once again, I'll ask you, what's more important, getting the truth or getting the answers that you want?
Objection has an answer.
Sustained.
With regards to this situation, with regards to the decedent's drug use, what was more important? Leaving it at issue, leaving it alone, or asking follow-up questions which may lead you to the right direction? What was more important here? I'll withdraw that because I know the answer. You didn't ask. You left it alone.
Objection, counsel.
Sustained. Ladies and gentlemen, please disregard the last statement of counsel. Ask your next question.
During our discussions earlier, Detective, I wanted to clarify one issue. You indicated that you did not go back to the residence after the statement, correct?
No, that's not what I said.
I apologize. Did you go back to the scene?
Yes.
And what time did you go back to the scene?
I arrived back at the scene on Friday, August 9, 2013, which would have been that evening, at 1 a.m.
And that's reflected on page 15 of your report, correct?
That's correct.
Were any of the crime scene investigators still there when you arrived?
Yes.
Had they already taken the knife at issue into evidence?
I believe so, but I don't recall. You'd have to talk to them about that.
Okay. Well, I have, and now I'm asking you. Who ordered that one specific knife, the knife that we have here, to be taken into custody? Whose decision was it?
It would have been mine because, as the lead, I received that information from the defendant, which I then in turn relay to Detective Medeiros as well as our crime scene personnel that were on the scene.
And what did you tell Detective Medeiros?
That there was a knife that was in question, and I described it based on the description that the defendant provided to me.
And that's the knife that I showed you, correct?
Yes.
Were you aware that there's an identical knife that looks exactly like the knife that you guys pulled into custody? Actually, there's like 4 identical knives that look like the knife that you took into custody. Were you aware of that fact?
No.
So you relayed this information to Detective Medeiros, who then, is he the one that specifically chose the knife? Is that what you're telling this jury?
She.
She. I apologize.
I notified her if there's an overall of the picture prior to the collection of the knife. I believe one of the things that came up was the knife being in a particular position within the drawer, if I recall correctly. So that may have been why she selected that particular knife.
If you're unsure as to whether or not there's a specific item that has evidentiary value, and there's a slew of items that potentially have evidentiary value, isn't it a better idea to get all of them and test all of them as opposed to take one of them and take a risk?
Possible.
We need the actual photograph in evidence, please. Give me a second, Judge. All right, so one of the discussions that we had, that you had with the jury, was that you guys found Derek's phone in the house, yes?
That we found, I'm sorry?
That you found Derek's phone?
Yes.
His telephone. And you showed some photographs with regards to things that you found in his phone, correct?
Yes.
In my client's phone, did you find any photographs depicting the Last Supper with a demon eating the people that are depicted at the Last Supper, Jesus and the other people that are in the picture? Did you find any of those pictures in my client's phone?
I don't recall.
I'm sorry?
I don't recall.
If you found a picture in my client's phone which showed the Last Supper and showed a demon eating Jesus, would that have been brought to your attention? Would that have been something you'd want to show the jury?
Judge, objection.
Yes, Ruben?
Maybe this one is not really. I know what it is. This one.
Okay, you okay? You may ask your next question.
Sure, Judge. Thank you. Detective, I'm going to draw your attention back to the night that we discussed. I'm going to be showing you what's been previously marked as Government's Exhibit 104, 101, and 103. Go ahead and take a look at these. After you've reviewed them and you're ready to answer my questions, let me know and I'll pop them up on the big screen.
Okay.
May I, Judge?
You may.
Thank you. Okay, Judge, I mean,
Yeah, it's
I'm technical support here. I don't know how to- Actually, you know what, it's okay. I'll do the old fashioned. Come on down here, Professor, please.
You may.
Okay. This is a picture that someone on your team, on your entire team, law enforcement officer took with regards to the drawer that I showed you here. Do you recall that, Detective? Can you point to the knife that it was the Detective Medeiros? Was that the person that made the decision? Correct. Point to the knife that he took.
The knife that she took would be the...
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, that she took. It would be which one? That one, okay? How many other black knives with roughly 12-inch blades do you see there?
There's several other ones, but as I stated earlier, one of the items that came up was the fact that this particular knife did not have something on top of it.
Hold on.
Judge, and interrupting the witness.
Judge, he's now making a hearsay statement.
Okay, rephrase your question.
You'll agree with me that there's multiple knives that have similar description as the one that my client did, correct? You don't know, have you ever opened a kitchen drawer knife, a kitchen drawer with knives in it? You've done that before, right? You agree with me that if they're loose like this, what happens when you open one? Do they move around? Okay. Do you know if that happened in this case? Because you weren't there. Right. So, instead of taking all these knives, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how long this blade is, maybe 5, instead of taking multiple knives that could have been used, your office, your team took one, correct? Yes, sir. You can take a seat. Oh, actually, pop up here for a second. I apologize. And just so I'm clear, this drawer would have been, if I'm the decedent, behind her to the left, correct? As opposed to behind her to the right, right?
Well, if you're you're standing in the corner of the kitchen, you're looking at this.
Okay, and if she's facing the other way, it's behind her, correct?
If you're standing along the north wall, then that's the door.
So if we're having a confrontation, okay, and the drawer is behind me, that drawer is behind me to the left, correct? It's not directly there, it's behind, correct?
That's saying that the argument took place with her back was,
Correct. That's what I'm asking.
her back is against the north wall, and we're behind us.
Okay, even if
She was on the east wall, and you go over to...
Well, let me ask you a question. In the photographs that we have, it's shown in the scene. The photograph that you got from my client's phone, as well as the photographs that were taken by crime, she appears to be in roughly the same position, correct? Okay. If you look at how she's bent, it's her left foot, it would be at an angle with these knees down, correct? Correct. So, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. If I'm here in the corner, and her feet are like this, correct?
Her feet are, the arches of her feet are flat on the ground.
Okay.
She's bent at the knee.
She's bent at the knees. But if you pulled her straight up, would she be in this position?
I have no idea what position she's in.
Well, look at her legs. Let's take a look at her legs.
Do you want me to go back to the beginning?
You can do it. You can stay down. You can sit down wherever you want. Give me the picture, please. Sorry. While we're waiting, let me ask you a few quick questions with regards to Detective Medeiros. Detective Medeiros, did she tell you that she thought that there was a speckle of blood or some sort of foreign item on the knife?
Yes.
And is that why she took that specific knife into custody as opposed to taking all of them?
That's one of them, yes.
When she told you she was going to do this, did you tell her, take all the knives, better be safe than sorry?
No.